Okay, let's have a look at the inside of this block. So I've just finished doing a stack up on this thing, which is really just a way of determining what the measurements need to be for my clearances for deck height. So nice piston here. These are AA pistons, and they're a slipper skirt piston. So the crank web actually comes, or the counterweight actually comes right up into this area here. And there's the counterweight down there, so you can see where it would be in relationship to that. Very nice piston. Pulled those pistons out of the package, went to balance them, and they all weigh exactly the same. No variation, and I'm using a good digital scale. And so that indicates to me that the manufacturing process was very precise. So I've got a couple bolts just holding this case together because I'm just doing rotational checks on it right now to see if the crank clears. Then I'll clearance the camshaft and then put it all together. I don't know how many times I'll have this thing apart, but I'm into at least half a dozen now. So, and again, I mean, it sounds a little noisy, but it's just the rods coming up against the case, but there's lots of room, there's lots of clearance in here now for the connecting rod to swing by through the stroke. And really, you need to put the piston on and the cylinder on and hold on with a couple sockets, no rings in there, and just turn it over slowly and make sure, and look, leave the two on the other side off so you can look in to see where you need to do some clearancing from the back side, so you know where to do it, because it's kind of hard to mark it otherwise. So a lot of time so far in this, and we'll just rotate these connecting rods kind of in a neutral position to be able to lift this case apart. And now we can have a look at that nicely counterweighted crankshaft here. And this one is from, I think it's a Scat crankshaft that's in this. And it seems to be very nice for its manufacturing point. You can kind of see the weights on it there, and some of the areas like you have to make clearance for is, if you look right up here at the top, is sorry if the camera's moving around, but you can see that connecting rod actually has to swing through that area, and you want to go in excess because you do not want it touching through any arc movement, because that crank pin comes around on a certain angle and the piston holds the connecting rod to follow it on a certain angle through that bore, which would be out this direction. So you have to have that big sweep right in here, otherwise the rod will crash. And these rods are already clearanced rods. They've already got cuts in the back side of them. They're a very sharp cap in comparison to the caps that you would normally see on a stock application. I just happen to have one of them handy right here. So if you take a look at that one, you can see the difference. It's got some really high raised bumps on it, and these ones are cut very low and sweeping and try to stay very close to the crankshaft position. You can see them there. See how low they are. So that really keeps the profile down so that you're not running into things as you sweep through. So there's a lot of time involved in doing this, and I'll show you the case, the other half of the case. Sorry, that's the thing about doing YouTube videos or at home videos. You always got to move the camera around unless you got a crew doing it with you. So you can see in different areas here where I've had to remove some of the webs to allow the counterweights to go around, and this is actually dished. I'm not sure if you can see that on the camera or not, but this right in here is all dished, and I've had to go down and partially take away some of the bolt boss in the case for the case saver. So grind the back of that off and until the crankshaft goes around it. take it apart, try it again. So here we are up here. You can see the cuts out of the top that I've had to make. It's getting pretty thin, but it's still good. And then down along the side here, you have these little reinforcements that come down. They're like a little tower here, or a little casting that comes into here and here and here. So you just basically got to get rid of them, because the crankshaft, right here you can see, the crankshaft here, or right here, has to swing by that, and on this side too, so when it's getting close to the main, so you have to take everything out of there. So anyways, the understanding is here on this now that you always turn your phone off when you're doing a video. But the understanding is here now is that you have to spend quite a bit of time in the case to make a large crankshaft throw type of crank work. Apparently up to, I think it's a 72 or 70, I think it's 74 millimeter crankshaft. You don't really have to do much clearancing in there. But this one being the 82 is quite a bit of a throw on it. So you can easily put these together just using the front bearing, and I don't even have it pinned, and then the back bearing just to support it, and then it keeps the crank kind of positioned because you got your thrust bearing in there, so you keep it pushed back against the thrust for doing your clearances, because normally this would be all tight sitting on that thrust flange. So there you go, that's the inside of the Type 1 Beetle case for doing a 2276, 2376. So I'll continue on with some other videos and keep you informed on some things to look for.